Hello and welcome to the Absolute Gamecast. Even though there aren't any in my area, I've always loved visiting arcades whenever I get the chance. Sure, it's fun to play games from home, but I like to go out and play games at arcades since it gives you a sense of what gaming was like at the time, and there are many games you can't even play at home. One of my favorite arcade games, which can also be played at home, is Dig Dug. It's a very simple game on paper. A funny little spaceman goes underground with a bunch of monsters, and you have to dig holes through the dirt and reach enemies to pump them full of air until they burst to defeat them, or if you want, you could just drop a couple boulders on them and smash them like pancakes. Metal. Anyway, defeat them all, and you then progress to the next level. All 255 of them, and keep going until you finish everything. The reason I like the game so much is funnily because of Pac-Man Party, since one thing I didn't mention in that video is that there's a classic arcade mode that gives you 4 to 5 games you can play, one of which obviously being Dig Dug. I remember practicing over and over on the game as a kid, wherever I was at the time. I practiced to the point where I found an easy exploit that I still use to this day occasionally. To perform the exploit, all you have to do is go back up the starting tunnel as soon as you're given control, then move off to the side and wait for the enemies to come to you one at a time. Although it's only worked for me up to level 15 to 17 since the difficulty gets progressively harder as you continue, so it likely won't help forever. Ever since then, I've been a big fan of the game. I still play it on the DS on Pac-Man Party to this day, but I also have always desperately wanted to see it get more attention in the modern day, thinking that it was only one game. However, after some research, I learned that there are 8 different games counting ports or remasters. I haven't played every one, and technically can't since one was a prototype that I don't think was ever publicly released, but I hope to play some of them in the future at some point. There's also a port currently on the Switch called Arcade Archives Dig Dug, which I hope to pick up at some point. In conclusion, I hope this video sold you on the game and you possibly decide to check it out if you can, if you haven't played it already. But as always, that's your decision to make. Even though there wasn't much to talk about, as the game is very simple in concept, it's still very important to me personally, and I'd like to see it receive more attention and maybe some new games. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Not gonna force you, do what you want. Thanks for tuning in, and that's the video. Bye.